Hey guys, so I'm going to walk you through on how to replace locks on your toolbox. If you got the kit, you would have got the electric lock wiring kit, the battery charger. So I've got the T-lock on mine. So I've also got the conversion kit, converts the T-lock to a whale tail lock. If I didn't get it, the normal whale tail lock wouldn't catch properly. I've already swapped over this one. But now I'm just going to work on swapping this one over. So I'll walk you through the steps to do that. All right, so the first step is to just take out your T-lock or your old whale tail lock, just using like a 10mm socket. Now that you got all the bolts off, you should just be able to pull the bad boy out of there. There we go. Alright, now that we've got the T-lock out, we're just going to insert the whale tail lock. So we want to put the lock in first through, and you want to point the catch part at the bottom. There we go. It's a little bit fiddly, but got it in place. You want to make sure that you position it over the top of your hole like evenly so that you don't see any lights come through or anything. Next, you're going to put the plate on the inside and use the bolts provided that you're given with the kit. Alright, so I'm having to move my latch out a bit because, as you can see, it's getting caught on the bottom of the toolbox. So all I do to do that is loosen it, and then I can slide it up and retighten it. Okay, now I'm going to go back to putting the toolbox in. With tightening this up as well, you want to get it close to being tight with the impact driver, but then it's best to go back in with the screwdriver and tighten in the last little bit. Alrighty, so if you just bought the normal whale tail locks, not the electric ones, you can stop watching now. That kind of goes through the whole video. But if you watch the electric ones, now I'll go through on how to wire the electric ones up. So next part is I'm going to start taking off my conversion kit. So I've bought the one for the T-lock. I want to swap that out so that this was a T-lock, so it fits differently. All I'm going to do is start taking this nut off here. That nut right there, I'm just going to start taking that off. And that is just a 17mm socket. This is the bit that you're swapping out for this one. Now that does have a spring on it, so make sure that when you take it off, don't let it whack you in the face. So you just put everything back the way it was. And you want to point the pointy bits pointing out and the lock pointing down. Alrighty, so I've swapped over both the locks with the conversion kit, so they both work with the T-lock setup. Now, if you're finding that when you close it, it's really hard to close the lock, it's really hard to adjust, what you can do is you can unscrew this bolt so the spring on there is not so tight, and it just locks up really nice and easy. Same with this one. So I'm just going to go into a little bit more detail about the conversion kit that we sell. This is the factory one that gets sent out with all the whale tail locks. This is what will fit all existing whale tail locks. You don't have to worry about anything, you can just swap it out. But if you have a T-lock, because the T-lock is skinny like that, it fits in differently in your toolbox against the back lip here. So we've had to make a conversion kit that basically hold this bit off the front edge of your toolbox. So when you open it, you've got a gap here, which allows for the gap there. If you didn't have the conversion kit, that would be sitting like this. So what this conversion kit does is allow it to have the gap. So this is the conversion kit that you buy. It works on two different types. So if you only need to have a minimal gap, this one you have to take that section off and only have this. So you take off the extension bit and you only have that section there. As you can see, I've taken off this bit here. So that's them side by side. I've taken this off and I've just put it onto the faceplate. This is for the other type of toolboxes. So this needs to be a lot closer. This is when you need the extra kit right there. So as you can see, it's got the extra kit and you can move this in and out to suit your toolbox. Boom. If you guys are confused about the conversion kits at all, feel free to send us a message or call us and we'll help you when you're installing the locks on how you install the conversion kit. it correctly. All right, let's move on to the wiring. So if you got the set, you would have got a wiring kit that comes with it. Basically, it's got all the wiring things that you'll need. Also need to probably get a set of pliers and a set of strippers, or if you can't, you can strip it with your pliers. All right, so first up is you're gonna wanna find out where you wanna position everything. So if you have a canopy, I'd obviously put it where all your electrics are. If you don't, and you just got like a single toolbox and you just got 2 locks, I'm just gonna put mine directly in the middle like this. You wanna put the battery converter and also the relay next to each other. It makes it easier. So I'd probably get like the rough position of where you want it first, and then use some hectic double-sided tape. I just got some 3M stuff that I use. Next up, just position the battery charger right next to it. There you go, it's in nice and solid. Now I'm just going to trim the wires so that they fit, and then just strip them. Okay, now you're going to use the 2 and 2 connectors, which are these guys here, quick connectors, and you want to connect the red to the red and the black to the black. Right, there you go. Now, before you go ahead, I'd put a battery in to make sure that it works. When you click the key, you should hear like a clicking sound, so I can hear mine. That's working. Connect the little 2 connectors to the end of the lock, so the red and the black. Now run all the cables to where the battery and the relay is. Alrighty, now I'm connecting the 2 to 1. So I'm connecting the both red to the 1 red and the both black to the 1 black. So basically that's connecting the 2 locks together. So I'm going red to this red over here. That's connecting to this one, white or black. And I'm gonna connect the 2 to the 1. And that 1 will be connected into this over here. Alright, so as you can see, I've got both the reds into that, both the whites into that. Now I'm going to connect it onto these blue wires here. Make sure you don't have a battery in when you're connecting this. We just wanna clip them on together, and then we're gonna test to see if it works. Alrighty, so as you can see, it's working, but what I need to do is swap that one with this one, because when I click unlock, it locks. So what I'm going to do is just swap the red and white. There you go. So I've swapped the 2 wires. Now when I press the lock button, it locks, and the unlock button, it unlocks. Next step is just to tidy up all the wires. So we're going to clip them all up here and zip tie them along, so you don't have a big web here. So that's what we're going to work on now. In the kit should come with some of these. These are to stick against your toolbox and zip tie the wires to these. Alright, so now you've got the lock connected to wires, the red and the red connected into the one of the blues. They're connected in, the red goes to this one, the whites go to this one. They both go to the relay and they're charged by the battery. Now, let's see how it operates. Alright, so it's all wired up. Let's have a little look and see if it locks. Alright, that sounds good. Okay, so currently it's unlocked, right? So, you know, I'm going to unlock it. Now I'm going to press the lock button. Now unlock it. Look at that, that's sick. See you later.